When I first saw the business, I was working with the airlines. I was there for about 10 years. I graduated school with a degree in biology, and I got a job working with the airlines, go figure. But, I was sick and tired of the overtime thing. And someone asked me if I could use some more money, extra money. And if that wasn't crazy enough, they asked me if I could use some more time. So that's what caught my attention. And when I took a look at the business opportunity, though I didn't understand it, I remembered why I was looking at it, time and money. So it made sense, even though I didn't, jump in right away, because I sort of, like most people, tried to figure out what was wrong with it. But after the second meeting, it just made total sense.
When I first started the business, both of us, Dwayne and I, worked in the airlines, and at first I didn't think it was possible. I saw a lifestyle and people looked so perfect, and I don't think I'm going to be able to fit into this. But when I met the people, I realized that they were real, and that's what I liked about that. It was made it believable for me by just meeting them and knowing that they went through the same struggles, and started off the same way I did, and that gave me hope for being able to do the business.
When I saw it, I didn't understand it, but it made sense. My first meeting is when I actually saw the plan. In other words, we didn't see it and then have a meeting. We saw it when we had people already in our living room. And I watched them, and some of them it made sense to, but it made sense to me. So from then, I said, okay, well, let me see how far we can take this thing. By the time I saw the second meeting, which was a week later, I was like, how come everyone doesn't get this? Because by then it was like, I forgot almost how I was almost not in when I first saw it. So I have to say from the beginning, from the first time we saw the plan, Suzanne and I talked and said, what if this could work? And we just said, let's give it a try.
And it wasn't until one day when we were at work that we got notes handed to us, and they were planning to lay off, and both of us worked at the same job. We just bought a house, just had kids, and it became very scary. And at first when you saw the business, said, let's just use it as just in case anything happens. But then we realized we had to put a priority on this, and that there was no back door out. And this was our only way of overcoming whatever situations we had to face.
I think the biggest problem with most people when they get started, they still have their employee hat on, not their business owner hat on. An employee hat means I did the work this week, I want the paycheck next week. The business owner hat means you got to learn how to create something that wasn't there and will not be there unless you create it. So I said, okay, well, let's give this some time. I wasn't looking for the immediate result. I realized I had to go create volume. What's the easiest way to create volume in your own house? And if it made sense to me, I figured it must make sense to someone else.